Hey Gearaholics out there, it's me Gearaholic coming at you guys with something a little different. I'm going to be showing you guys how to tie a figure 8 knot. Figure 8 knot is pretty good because you can use it for climbing, you can use it for boating, you can use it for many different applications. It's predominantly used in the climbing world on lead climbing. It's basically your tie-in point, what you actually loop to your belt, and I'll show you several different variations of how to actually tie it, especially when when you have your climbing harness on, and how to just tie it in general, a really simple and fast, easy way. So, alright. Okay guys, so basically this is the figure 8 knot. This is the knot we'll be trying to do today. I'm going to show you guys just a really simple way to do it. So that way it's nice and quick and easy. So I'm going to go ahead and untie this real quick. So what you're going to have is you're going to have the end of your rope. You're going to probably want to get about 14 at least inches worth of climbing rope. I'm going to specifically gear this towards climbers, especially beginners, because most of the time when you use a figure 8, you're going to be using it to climb on. It's the safest knot to climb on too. So what you're going to do is you can take that 14 inches. We're going to let it hang. So you're going to have your little extra arm out here, right? A little extra arm, little short arm. It's waving at you. Hey. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your finger, make a gun, and you're going to slip it into that ring, okay? Then you're going to basically just twist your hand all the way around until you got that gun pointed again, back in the same direction that you started. And what you're going to have here, you can go ahead and remove your finger out of the hole, and what you're going to have here is that the rope is basically twisted on itself. Then you're going to take this and just like threading a needle, you're going to thread it up and through, okay? And you're going to pull it tight, and there you have your figure 8 knot. And don't be worried if you can't get it the first time. It's always kind of hard. That's why you practice and practice and practice. And this, I'll show you guys kind of a faster motion too. So what I do is I usually just go around like that, come back through. Boom. Just like that. So I'll do it one more time. So you have your loop, finger, get around, push it back through. Ooh, it's a little short. That's it, figure 8. So I'll now be showing you guys something a little different, and it's when you're making a double figure 8. So what you're going to want is the same. You're probably going to want 14 inches at least. So that way, what you're going to do now, you want at least 8 inches of extra sticking out. So maybe your hand length. So you're going to match it up, right? So that way, you have enough. So you have about 8 inches here, and I would say probably about like a foot worth of rope here. So what you're going to do is, since these ends are matched up, you're going to cross it over, okay? So just like that, cross it over, okay? Have 2 ends, both ends coming out this way, this end coming out that way. Makes it nice and easy. You're going to go around. Okay, so just like we were talking about before, and then back through that loop. So just like that. I'm going to go back down, around, and through the loop. Just like that. And then you're going to have an ugly looking knot like that. So now it's time to dress the actual knot itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop that down. We're going to pop this top rope down. Okay, we're going to pull on that until it kind of cinches up. And the bottom one is fine, so we're going to pull up. We're going to pull up on all these ropes until it's nice and tight. And there you have your double figure 8. Okay, I'll try to do this a couple more times so that way you guys see it. And I'll try to go a little slower because I know it's kind of tricky at first. Okay, so we have our 14 inches. We have our 14 inches here. Okay. We have our 8 inches up here, at least 8 inches, separated 14 inches. What we're going to do is we're going to go over, okay, around, and then back through. Then you're going to pull tight. Pop this top one down, pull tight. If you need to pop this bottom one down if it doesn't sit right. And what you're looking for is a nice and easy loop just like that. Okay, and that's figure 8. And then with this extra stuff, when you tie it around, you can do a simple slip knot. Sorry. And just kind of take up all that extra rope. So, all right, let me show you guys one more time, and then we'll move on. So, here you have your 14 inches, okay, plus your 8 inches, or a foot and 8 inches extra. Okay, get the two together, fold it in. The loop goes over the end, goes around, comes back down, goes through the loop. Pretty easy. Just practice it a few times and it'll become really easy. All right, the next step is going to be a little challenging, so stay tuned. Okay guys, this is going to be the last step. It's going to kind of combine all these different things, so I'll try to go as slow as possible and explain it as much as I can. Okay, so here we go. So you're going to start off with your piece of rope. What you're going to want is a pretty decent length of it. We're going to go ahead and measure it like this. You're going to extend your arm as much as you can with the rope, and I always do about my arm length and a half of my chest, if not just a little bit more, to give myself some space. And what we're going to do is, remember how I taught you guys the beginning course where we're just going to do the gun? Yeah, so we're going to do that again. All right, and then we're going to take that loop, we're going to stick it back through. We're going to have our one single figure 8. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the loose end and we're going to feed it up through our harness, and then up again. Okay, so that way the figure 8 is on the bottom and the extra string is coming up the top. Now what we're going to do is we're going to want to follow this entire length of rope all the way through using this. So we're going to come in, okay, and we're going to slide through. We're basically just following the diameter, right, of the rope, or the knot that's already laid out in front of us. And what you want to do is stay on the outside the entire time. So we're just going to keep following it through. So, and it's going to be kind of a flat looking knot, which is fine. And you're going to come back up through, and there we have it. Okay, so there you have it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tighten it all down. So we're going to kind of start cinching it and pulling it until we can get it nice and dressed and looking really nice. Okay, and there's your figure 8. And this is what you're going to be climbing on, basically. And then what you can do with this extra stuff is simply come around, okay? So we're coming around the rope, and then you're going to go back through itself. I don't know if you guys are picking that up. Try to keep my hands out of the way. We're just going to have a simple little overhand knot there, just to kind of take up the slack. And now you can start lead climbing, you know, and that's basically it. And that's the most simplest form of figure 8 knot for climbing. It's not too technical, it's not too hard. You got to give it a lot of practice and take some time. Maybe watch a few other videos if mine wasn't that great. This is just one of those climbing tutorials I wanted to share with you guys, because it's really important that you guys get it right, especially when you're climbing outdoors. You don't want to tie the wrong knot and then have an accident and end up falling, especially on a bad knot. It's one of those things that kind of kills a lot of climbers, especially a lot of new climbers that don't really know what they're doing. So just make sure you practice. Definitely learn how to tie figure 8s. It's going to be your number one key. I have a few more knots I can show you guys. I'll probably do some more videos on those later. So those would be separate. But for now, we're just going to stick with figure eights. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you think this video was okay, or if you didn't like it, or you liked it, just make a little comment at the bottom and let me know. And I'll be getting back with you guys. All right. I appreciate all you guys watching our videos, so you have a good one. All right, this is Gearaholic. I'm signing out.